What's up? This is OG.
This is Kay.
This is Millie.
And you're now listening to the Thot podcast.
Hey, yo, Kay, you woke?
Yeah, I'm woke.
Hey, yo, Millie, you woke?
Wide awake.
And this is the Thot podcast, episode number 1, the intro. Today, we're just going to run through and letting y'all know what we about, what we doing over here at the Thot podcast, what we stand for, and a little bit about ourselves. I'll start off. I'll be your host. I'm 1/3 of this podcast, OG, and I'm a gamer, a voice actor, and professional entertainer.
What's up? This is Kay. I'm your co-host. I'm a full-time content creator, an entrepreneur, and artist.
This is Millie. I'm the third of the final piece. I'm an independent rap artist, avid gamer, entrepreneur. Let's rock.
So now that y'all know about us, the first topic we're going to get into is what we'll be speaking on. So I'll start off by saying me, OG, when you hear my voice, you're going to hear all the latest drama reports and just little comedic. I'm the comedic relief of the podcast. I will say that. So anything that I could throw a laugh and brighten your day, that's what you'll be hearing from me. Okay?
For me, you guys will be hearing about gaming news and motivation. That's basically what I look up and talk about on a day-to-day basis. So that's what you guys will be hearing from me.
Millie, what we'll be hearing for you?
From me, man, you more than likely gonna hear about the idiot of the day, aka the thought of the day. You also hear a lot of good marketing strategies for independent artists and those that's looking to build their own brand.
And that's all useful information to help people with their daily lives. And that's what we're about, just not promoting bad things or talking down or putting drama in y'all face, but as well as giving y'all something to help y'all out. We are three experienced people that are making it and coming up in the world. And we just want to bring y'all with us. So the people want to know, y'all, how did we get this podcast started? Where did we start from? Millie.
Oh, man, I've been rocking with K for a while. OG been shooting a lot of knowledge and jewels with me, and I've been seeing his growth and development. And they gave me an opportunity, and who would pass that up when you got two amazing people like K and OG?
K, from you, how did we get started?
Man, just from like our simple talks in the Discord, sitting up all night talking about, just what we can bring to the table for a podcast. And, I was just like, let's just do this. What other way to do it other than with OG or Millie, the two homies.
Right. I just got a question. Kay, you're stuck between two guys, and we're gonna be debating. So are you ready? Like, how do you feel from the females' perspective? Because there may be some females out here that are interested in doing a podcast that may have two guy friends just like you. Can you shed a little light on, from the females' perspective, how it is to work in this kind of setting and try to wrangle two men?
Best thing I can point out is just having an understanding of each of you guys' individual personality. Even though me being a woman, I don't take too much offense to things because I know you, man. Like, y'all have y'all talks, y'all have y'all debates and stuff. So, I'm a little bit passive. I would say, long as you understand the personalities involved and, you don't take too much offense to everything. We all have respect for each other around the table here. So, it's good to just listen in on what you guys are talking about anyway. Get different perspective.
Right. So that means we're going to talk about sports all the time. But anyway, moving on. Our next topic is, what do we stand for? Thot Podcast. So I'm going to start off by saying, Thot Podcast, you may get another perception of just by listening or reading our title, but Thot stands for the hottest online topics. So from that, we will be covering gaming, motivational, everything that's hot now. You get it all right here in one podcast. Why go to any other podcast when you get it all right here at this podcast? So then I'm gonna ask Kay to say what's gonna be our basic ideas of branding? How have we been trying to brand ourselves just so we can help others? You know, what have we done to brand the Thot podcast?
Well, we do have our logo, so that way you guys can identify us as the Thot Podcast, which I made. Me being the artist that I am, I had to make sure I throw something nice together for the podcast. I hope y'all like the logo.
We love that logo.
Yeah,
that logo is
big ass African lips. My bad.
But we are going to be across all social media spectrum, so we'll be on IG, Twitter, YouTube, and most likely Spotify, iTunes, all
of it. We everywhere, and I must say that people are going to be expecting us when we're going to drop a new episode, right? That's going to be always the thing. When is the next episode coming out? When is the next episode coming out? So if you want to know when that next episode is coming out, make sure you follow us on all our social media. Wherever you're hearing this podcast at right now, there will be a description with a link to all our social media. One click, you find everything about us right there. So make sure that you go and do that right now. Goals for the podcast. This is going to be a collective thing. I will speak for me personally. I just hope that this reaches out to that person who's sitting there listening right now, who's interested in doing something as far as media online, whether it's streaming, whether it's YouTube, whether it's starting a podcast, whether it's pursuing your dreams as a actor or actress or singer or rapper. My goal is that you come here and you find it all. We cover everything. Listening to me do the drama report will give you an insight on what it's like to host a show or what it's like to just be an act on a show. So that's what I bring to the table. So we'll get to Millie because he does the music. Millie, goals,
man, is give people opportunity to showcase their skills, especially when it comes to music or any other ability, because I'm definitely the person that's big on networking. We do have a lot of goals to reach out to, people. If you're trying to develop something, develop a skill, and you have questions and you need answers, we will do our best to provide you with that knowledge. We got OG, who's just an avid script teller, can put a story together, and I love it. We got Kay, who's just image crazy with her creative abilities. And with me, providing you a day-to-day outcome of what's going to get you to that next level regarding anything. But honestly, music is definitely my field. Independent when it comes to decision makings, whether you should be independent or go
right. And that's very important, just trying to educate our people, on everything. And when I say our people, I'm speaking to everybody. Nobody is left out. Kay, what are your goals from your end of the spectrum?
My goals will be to help people brand build through a digital space, because ever since becoming a content creator, I've experienced quite a lot through the digital spaces. And even in my position now, I might not be the biggest streamer, but I've seen so much happen on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, and I feel like I have something to bring to the table, give my insight, and also inspire those that are trying to get into the same digital space as me without the lack of confidence. Because I have a lot of people that come through the stream all the time, and they, okay, how did you do this? How you do your overlays? How do you get people to come into your stream? And it's just so much more than just getting up every day and turning on that go live button. So actually, you know, educate people on, you know, the opportunities that they can offer themselves if they put more effort and work into their craft. So,
And you know, brand building is I will say 80% of everything from a business aspect. You know, if your brand ain't correct, nobody's gonna believe in you. You got to believe in yourself first, and then
oh
believe in your
yeah.
brand. That's what I believe. It's self, brand, and then just get motivated. You know, I don't care if you just every day at 9 o'clock, you just get up and go to YouTube and learn how to work Photoshop or Fruity Loops or um, learn what it takes to be a voice actor or what it takes to be an actress. That is just something that's going to prepare you and motivate you to get to the next level. And that's what we're all about, while giving you some interesting things like drama, what's happening with this celebrity, what's happening with. Not only we doing drama alerts, I want to say drama, right? Because that's just a online topic, but just letting you know what is going on in the space around you, which is online space. So a lot of comedic relief. This is not like the official show, so what you're hearing now and what you will hear in episode 2 will be two totally different shows, and I just think y'all are gonna dig it. Y'all gonna like it. People are gonna be want to know when we're gonna drop the shows. I'm gonna give this to Kay because she handles all of our uploading to our social platforms, and I think we had a day, Kay, when we
Well, we did talk about uploading on
yeah,
Mondays, every Monday, and the possibility of us having maybe a special upload later in the week as well on a Friday.
yeah,
So we looking at about 2 uploads a week.
2 uploads a week on all platforms. That's Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Am I missing one? Oh
Podbean.
yeah, Podbean.
Yeah,
And
Podbean.
that's like a little site where you listeners can go to. And we're gonna find a way to chime people in too. So maybe we'll be running some contests like listener of the week, where you can actually come on the podcast to just sit here and ask us questions throughout the podcast. Um, I guess our next topic will be, well, that was our topic. Any contact for the followers, and we do have Instagram. Okay, what do we have for followers and listeners to contact us?
So to keep all the information the same, we haven't quite set up the Twitter yet, but we want to make sure we separate Thot
Right.
from the hot the hottest online topic. So you know we do use the period. So T.H.O.T.podcast. You can find us on IG. I'm gonna try to keep it the same for Twitter. Hopefully it's available. You know, sometimes
Fingers
people
crossed.
pick up stuff and yeah, fingers crossed.
Um, I got a question for Millie. Millie, can you can you give us an insight right now? We're gonna
Oh
drop the
man.
bomb on you. Can you give us an insight right now to what will be the greatest asset to making music? Like, what do you have to have in order for you to make music?
The key thing to making music, man, is identity, self identity. Um, if you second guessing yourself, it's because you haven't took the time to get to know yourself. Because a lot of times, man, when it comes to music, man, the key thing that draws people in is how close are they to knowing who you are as a person. And the best way to tell them is through your music, which is your voice. So using your voice is one of the keys, man, to just allowing people to hear who you are. But if you don't know who you are, if you haven't recognized self
Yeah,
identity,
that's
you won't be
that's
Mm,
able to give them
really
your voice, man.
that's powerful right there. That's that knowledge right
yeah.
there. And I wish I had my sound effects, boy, because I'll be dropping bombs right now, like. But that will be coming. Trust me, I will have it ready.
Yeah.
Episode 2 and then on. So if y'all got some suggestions for some sounds to make ourselves, make sure y'all contact us. Say, hey, we want to hear this, and we'll get it done. Kay,
Yes, sir.
can you give me one great? What do you have to be good at creating content via the web?
Right now, I would say the biggest thing is your personality. You know, I can right now walk into at least 5 streams, and out of those 5 streamers, if you're not talking to your chat, or if you're not, even if you don't have people in there, if you're not entertaining yourself, no one's gonna want to watch you. You have to bring some personality, and you have to be 100% yourself. Because nobody wants to watch anybody that's trying to pretend being something that they're not, because it's easy to see straight through it. You know what they say about the fake ones?
Yeah. Well, hey, it is what it is. Stay true to yourself.
Obviously, there's other aspects, but I would say the biggest thing is bringing your personality to the table.
Personality is a big thing in everything that you do. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Self-identity.
Self-identity,
so for me, in my space, because so I am a Twitch streamer. I do stream on Twitch. I do a lot of I do more collaborations with other YouTubers than I do YouTube. But my main profession is that I'm a professional voice actor, writer, director, and whatever else may they have me do. Whether it's anything from your average commercial to a 15-second drop, 30-second drop, I do it all. And for me, you have to have motivation to do what I do. Okay, this going to an audition for something that you really, really want, and you just feeling like, man, I nailed that audition, and then you get that phone call, or maybe you don't hear anything at all, and it's like, man, then tomorrow you got another audition, and it kind of is like, man, I'm in the 17 auditions in the last month, and I haven't been called for any of them. So for me, is if I do an audition, I don't get chosen, my mind tells me that tomorrow is that day. So always remember that if it ain't today, it's tomorrow. If it ain't tomorrow, it's tomorrow. That's it. Point blank, period. There's always another day. And with that being said, there's always another day for another Thot podcast. And that's what we're going to leave y'all at today. Thank y'all for listening. I really, really appreciate y'all listening. Make sure that you follow everybody. I'm going to drop it off. You can follow me at twitter.com/OG_blue pill. Check me out on Twitch TV /twitch.tv /OG_blue pill. Where can they catch you at, Kay?
You guys can also catch me on twitch.tv /Lady Kaylee. On Twitter and IG _Lady Kaylee.
Millie.
Man, I don't know why y'all asked me. I got 37 aliases on every social media platform, but soon y'all will be able to find me on MOH_Millie on all social platforms. So stay tuned for me.
All right, then y'all heard it first. Until next time, remember to stay motivated, stay above water, and we'll catch you in another episode of the Thot Podcast. We out of here.
Yeah.
Peace.